Hello, 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 friends, family, YouTube community. Bienvenidos. Hello, you guys. It is great to be back. I had a pretty great day at the gallery and came home, did some relaxing and some nice chill time, and did some catching up here at the apartment. And 1 second. So yeah, hi. It is good to be back. I feel like it's a little bit dark, so I am going to click on another light. I'll be back in a sec. Okay, so I think that's a little better. I hope it's a little better. This is what we have. So everyone joining us, hello, I am Izzy. To everyone returning, thank you so much. I very much so appreciate your support, and you checking out my videos and hanging out with me is very much so appreciated. Just got to say thanks again to everyone in Germany. You guys are still up there. I see you. I appreciate that. Let me go ahead and give you a quick update here and let you see how I am healing. Since my last appointment, everything is doing rather well. As you can see, still flaking in here, especially down here. I have been at the gallery all day, so please don't mind how dry I am or the growiness on my top here. I've been trying to maintain it throughout the day and give it its moisture, so you can kind of see some of that seep through on my top, but that's okay. It's part of the healing process and part of being tattooed. I am still happy as can be with the progress and where we are going with it. As for the next appointment for my next session with my tattooist, I am looking at April 7th now. It was a little later in the month of April, but fortunately enough, some things are getting shifted and I get to get bumped forward, which always makes me happy and excited, because then the time that I was looking forward to just it's faster than I expected it to be, and yay. So there's that. So as I stated in the last video, if you're new to my channel and to all of this, I'm new. All of this is new. So there isn't too much for you to backtrack on. Feel free to catch up. If you are digging the content, please do like, subscribe, push the buttons, do the things so that you see when random projects and little videos like this appear. As I said, the whole idea of the bodysuit is new. I recently found my forever artist. Awesome. So stoked about that. And even more stoked at the fact that he would take on this project and be just as excited about it as I am. And I'm getting these questions about, what do you do for a living and how is this bodysuit not going to impact your livelihood? And after working at the gallery and having a great day, another great day, I came home, relaxed, had some food, made myself a nice cup of decaf, and thought, before I change and get all comfortable, why not now? Let's go ahead and just do this. And so here we are. I am, like I said, a photographer at heart. I have, in a way, been a content creator for quite some time. I currently work at sorry about that, a little bit of a distraction. I currently am working at a gorgeous glass gallery. It is located up in the northwestern hills of the state of Maine. We can proudly say, we have the largest glass selection in the state. It is a stunning collective of local glass blowers alongside of our shop owner that create some of the most gorgeous, stunning pieces of glass, of functional glass art that I have ever seen. So while I am new to the area, along with new to the gallery, I am also new to the glass blowing community, the glass art community. We are, in a better way of saying, an elevated head shop. So everything from handheld pipes to handheld water pipes to tabletop water filtration devices to everything that you're going to need for your medicinal herbs. Now, Maine is a medical marijuana state. So, as the dispensaries and the recreational aspect of that factor evolves, the inflow to the state of visitors, not only with all of that shifting, the stigma of partaking in medical marijuana is also shifting. And along with that, which I am so happy to watch this piece of history in the making happen up here. I was blessed to see some of that shift in Colorado, and I feel very blessed to watch history in the making alongside with the local people's mindsets change. And the gallery has been in its location since 2006. It is not new. The shop owner and I have been friends for over 15 years. So I get to do a mixture of a little bit of everything. I am the product photographer, the content creator, the social media person, along with their Google Manager website, playing around with person, and any of the questions that come in via social media or any of the platforms like Google for the business. It's talking to this girl. I'm the person or social media liaison for our shop owner, and I am proud and happy to do this. So if you are 420 friendly and you have an interest in beautiful hand blown glass, here's where this comes in. This is what I do throughout my day. I have a mixture of taking care of these shop stories. So one of the first things I try to do in the morning is get back to people, get back to any questions that may have been asked. Thank people for any 5-star feedback that is going on any platform. Primarily it's Google. Sometimes we get messages coming in through Google and other things like that. So I handle that. Usually I'll get back to people and their comments and things like that first. Then I give our shop a story. Either it'll be a new item, something fun that I'm reminding you of, or just glimpses and pieces of the gallery. It is a fun job, and I am so grateful that I get to do this with my day and incorporate the social aspect of interacting with our customers, not only on a face-to-face level, but on a social media level as well, interacting with the glass artists. That is the fun and exciting, like all of it is a fun and exciting thing for me to be able to do on a daily basis. So my role is very eclectic at the gallery. I have a lot of different little hats that I wear with him, and I proudly do this. I am so happy to have the career and path that I'm on right now, and that is proudly saying that I am a full-time photographer and social media liaison to the public and our shop owner. I am that filtration device. He is an extremely busy man, so I am able to communicate with the public. So, I've lived in medical states before. I I get it. I've been into plenty of head shops and smoke shops and everywhere in between, but never to this caliber before. I can safely say I have never walked into a gallery as eclectic and beautiful as the Sensi side. It is when I say that it is a gallery and a smoke shop and a head shop and everything. It is a gallery of everything because the variety and options that you have when you walk in, if you want a wonderful selection of not only rolling papers and flavored papers, you're going to have a gallery wall of selection. Vapes. It's a gallery wall of vapes. And the glass is case after case and a wall of glass of it's like living in a glass house, as many people say when they walk through it. And when it comes to the crystal selection, it is a exquisite gallery of crystals. We have museum quality specimens that twinkle and sparkle at every glimpse of light and your movement. And it's a fun, mesmerizing place. I feel very fortunate and grateful to have this opportunity and to photograph and co create art with amazing artists. And I feel like it's a true blessing to be able to do this. A lot of people call my photographs art and they talk about how uh, my photographs of glass make them see it differently. And they may have been in the gallery, but they didn't quite see it that way. And that it means the world to me. The fact that people are able to notice, and that was instantly when I took over the social media accounts and I began posting photographs. It was almost instantaneous that people were aware that someone new had come into the gallery and had taken over the social media accounts. It was tricky for me because I was learning so much that is involved into the gallery, like I said, along with learning all of the artists' names. That was a challenge as well because we do feature a large variety of local artists that are not only specific to Maine, but throughout the entire region of New England, some as far as Cali. So that is a very cool thing. And, it was tricky because some of our artists, you know, they don't want to be tagged on Instagram. They don't want the extra flow, so to say. It's why they bring their work to us. If they were interested in selling it themselves, they would be putting up their own photographs and posting it on their own Instagram. And so I did not know this. I was I was a novice, so sometimes I would tag an artist and they said artist didn't want to be tagged and they'd let me know. They were aware. They not only tell me that, it was a great photograph, but hey, I'd appreciate no tag. And then so I wouldn't tag certain artists and the public would respond. The public would say, why aren't you tagging an artist? And I would say, artist information is available upon request at the gallery. Said artist has requested to not be tagged. And then sometimes I would tag the wrong artist and they would say, hey, that's not me. Great images, by the way, but that's this artist. So feel free to tag them and give them the shout out. And it was like little stumbling blocks, but valuable learning experiences that once I learned from them, that was it. They stuck. I got it. And then there's old hippies that are glass blowers that don't even have Instagram. They're not on social media. They're old hippies that have been blowing glass for so many years and live in the woods and that's their thing. So there's no tag to tag, there's no tag to be had. Absolutely. So learning all of the crystals, I'm still learning. I'm still learning all of it. And like I said, I've been a photographer for a very long time. I started picking up a camera when I was in the 6th grade. And that's my kind of official training, was analog photography in the 6th grade in the darkroom. And I let it go for a long time. And I've done so many awesome things. It has opened up so many amazing doorways for me. And I couldn't be more grateful for it. I have done some really awesome portraits, senior portraits, some weddings. I've had an incredible once in a lifetime experience out at Wildlife Safari in Winston, Oregon. That is something I'm going to happily do a video on at another point. It's a story worth sharing, and one I'm excited to actually share with you guys coming soon. But yeah, in all of my experience, I wasn't doing videos because I was doing the photography. So even just filming little snippets of the store for the shop stories in the beginning was tricky. Learning Instagram stories, because though I have a personal Instagram account, it was never a big thing for me to push. Yes, I would post samples for clients and things like that, but I wasn't very social on the socials, so to say. And I think that in a way, it was kind of a good thing, because I did not go into this role with, oh, I know this. No, it was like, look, this isn't what I do. I take pictures and that's that. But I am going to happily learn. That, as I said before, the shop has been there since 2006. Uh, with its steadily increasing in popularity. And, people travel from Vermont, Massachusetts, New Hampshire, everywhere, Canada. And it's really cool, to be a part of this, and the legacy being created by our shop owner, who's an amazing artist as well. But I have never, and yes, I photographed products, never exquisite glass art before, never a retail environment. Nothing like that. So all of it was new, and the dance with light was an extreme challenge. Glass is way more difficult than I could have ever imagined to bend and dance with light, to zoom in and just like hone in on some exquisite details that took hours of perfection to create. And you're holding this and you're responsible for it. And yeah, so throughout all of this experience, this is a career that I absolutely will not be impacted with if I have a bodysuit. Uh, the community has come to know me now. Haven't been here very long, but I've definitely made my impact. Uh, it's definitely noticeable if on on our social media, if you were to backtrack, you could definitely see when the shift happened. And I am really proud and honored to say that, yes, that I am responsible for that. I am that social media liaison that you speak to, that is the filter between the shop owner and the public, and our shop managers. The retail associates, along with both of our shop managers, are busy with keeping the shop running and stocked and our customers happy. So there was no time and no room for the role that, and all the time that goes into creating the content, which, I've in a way been a content creator for a long time. By being a photographer, I've just never known the amount of work that goes into building a social media platform. I wasn't very good at my personal one. And this platform had been kind of laying dormant. It would get some activity, but not much. And then I come along kind of trying to, revive and wake this thing up from a slumber and be like, hey, people, guess what? The Sensi side is here. We are here on the socials, and we are about to be social. And Has taught me a lot. So, like I said, I'm really used to being on the other side of the camera. Being on this side of the camera is very new. Yeah, very different. Yes, I have been very fortunate in the past to work with some really awesome photographers where in the beginning of my photography career, and I decided that I wanted to pick up a camera that was a little bit more than a Kodak point and shoot type of thing, and kind of mentioned it to some friends, and somehow ended up becoming friends with a few photographers. And in the mix of our conversations, we had these, this is back in MySpace days, mind you. It was called a trade for shoot, a trade for CD shoot, where they would boost their portfolio. I would get some cool pictures out of it, full CD of all the images created, and I would be their model basically. I was fortunate enough to work with some photographers that would stop along the way and explain to me their process and their settings. It allowed me to feel what it feels like to be in front of, a 70 by 200 millimeter lens when you're doing a on location photo shoot on the Atlantic Ocean. I know what it feels like, but I don't know what it feels like to do this and to put, and yeah, sure, you take selfies and you do little like random videos when you're somewhere cool or with a person you haven't seen before and you're like, you do the things. But this is different. And I didn't know that I could have another project alongside of the photography project and the ever evolving gallery that I work for every week and every day almost. There's something new to be explored, something new to be learned, somebody new to meet, a new artist to talk to, new glass to photograph, exquisite, beautiful glass. It's just that's what I do for work. My bodysuit isn't going to stop me. It's not, I don't believe, going to deter people. I think, if anything, they are more intrigued. It's already become kind of a little rumor for the area with every time they come in and they see artwork evolve. Like, it's been very cold. So I've been wearing a bunch of long sleeves, but as it's starting to slowly get nicer, I had my arm exposed a lot like this, and people's minds were, it's a small community in Maine. And while there is a lot of tattooed and heavily tattooed people, there there isn't a lot of heavily black work, and let alone blackouts and blastovers walking around like this, so to say, and or the Mendy ornamental handpiece thing. It's not it's not common here. So it is getting discussed quite often, and I think if anything it's just going to add to what intrigues people and gives them another reason to stop and talk tattoos with me, and lets me showcase my artist's incredible talent that has me so over the moon excited that I'm here with you, talking to you about this, letting you know that I'm going to be okay. My bodysuit is only going to enhance my uniqueness. Yes. And yeah, so there's that. Thanks again for joining me and taking interest in me as a being and the new project that is this channel, the bodysuit, and all the new artwork that is being created at Something Enough Tattoos. So if you are interested in continuing to learn about me and watch the bodysuit evolve and continue forward, please do like, subscribe, do the buttons, push all of the things. And hey, if there's any questions that you should have, be it about the glass or the artwork, then I'm going to do my best to get back to them. If you are, here's some of the things if you want to check out more. I, Izzy, am at Love Memento Mori on Instagram. Shug, my tattooist, is at Satmanav Yogi Tattoos. The gallery is at the_Sensi_side. And you could check out that awesome glass artwork and all the fun stories that I try to add throughout the week. This is where I spend my time photographing the most gorgeous glass ever. And if you are 420 friendly and are interested in some bougie heady glass, please do head on over, give us a like on that page. I would appreciate your support on that page as well. I mean, if you want to see the projects that my sister is working on, the different ones other than my bodysuit, he is a phenomenal tattooist and worth checking out. And that is, like I said, Satmanav Yogi _tattoos. That I have been on this journey with YouTube and the YouTube community and sharing with the world what my tattooist and I are creating. You know, it was mentioned to me from a couple of friends that I should be documenting it and I should share it with the world. And I had already begun documenting it. I always take pictures. I'm a photographer at heart. It's something I've done for a long time. So little glimpses and pieces of footage had already begun. You know, I was starting to already share it with Instagram and creating reels. So in a way, these little footages and glimpses of what we are creating it had already begun. And when I decided to take that jump full force with not only the bodysuit, with going forward with creating this channel and sharing it with the world, I did keep it to myself other than when sharing it with you guys. And, you know, it's been an interesting, fun journey learning on my own and developing this channel, creating the content and keeping it to myself, you know, because even the few people that I have shared, it's not like I'm saying, hey, you know, I'm going to film for YouTube tonight. Nothing like that. So I really do very much so appreciate the likes and the subscribes that I have gotten. They absolutely mean everything to me. And the fact that you would want to share your time and hang out with me while we continue to evolve the current tattoos that I have into a full tattooed bodysuit. So, all of me and my photography and things of that nature, I'm not starting another one. I'm just not doing it. Thank you again so much for all your interest, love, and support. Germany, you guys know how to make a girl smile. Thank you so much. Your numbers just continually, like I said, rise. I can't wait to visit. I look forward to it. And next appointment on the 7th. Let's see what I'll definitely be uploading that short that's supposed to coincide with my last video. If you haven't checked it out, it's the Blastover Part 2. Please feel free to do so. And I'm going to have that short coming soon, along with possibly a short on like the evolution of maybe from when we started the hand. And if you have any questions, again, feel free. I think I already covered that. I'll cut this out. Oh, I can't tell you how much I appreciate you hanging out with me. I think that's it. I can't wait to see you again and show you the next progress. And I really do hope that you've been appreciating and at least enjoying the footage at the, I really do hope that you've enjoyed, I really do hope that you've been enjoying that little snips of footage at the end of the videos. And if you have been, let me know. If you think that, I don't know, maybe I should move them to a different spot in the video, let me know. Should I just not do them? I don't know, I'm new to this. And I am so grateful that you guys have been so welcoming. Nobody's been mean. And thank you again so much for taking the time to hang out with me and taking interest in the bodysuit that my tattooist and I are creating, the gallery and the photography that I create, and the artwork that gets co-created at Sensi with all of the amazing, gorgeous glass. And say hi. I appreciate your support from no matter what part of the map you are, whether you are new, returning, and just found, I don't know. Much love, you guys. Just take care, be well. Can't wait to see you again. I hope that you go out there and find you something that brings you so much joy and happiness that you're excited to share it with the world too. Own, and I have asked a few friends and a few family members to come on over and take a peek at this. And hey, just so you know, this is something that I am doing, and I would appreciate your feedback and your input.
Damn, you're good at that stuff.
And so that has been less than 5 people